Only 4 hits for the Warriors. Their bats just aren't coming alive. Next pitch, got him. No, just on the outside corner, so the count moves to 2 balls, 1 strike. I thought there was 2 strikes, no balls, but wrong again, Keith. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on second. Costello trying to get out of here with no more damage. They're already down by 4. Here goes the pickoff play. Nothing going. Lane back in town. It's the 4th time Costello's thrown back to keep Lane close. That's okay because Lane's got wheels. Stolen base leader for this Cougar team. They're ahead 7-3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Boxes. Pitch swung on a high fly ball. This is going to be in the gap. Kozad trying to get there. Runs it down. Nice play by Scott Kozad to run the ball down. So the Warriors do get out of it with no damage. Kozad makes all the plays. All 3 outs went to Kozad in the outfield. So, field here in Lewiston, Idaho. The clouds have cleared. And the Warriors are down 7-3. Coming up to bat under the shortstop, Steve Squire. Hope you're enjoying it back in Winona. I know you'd be enjoying it more if they were winning. They're down 7-3. But let's see if they can get something going right here with the 3rd baseman. I said shortstop. 3rd baseman, Steve Squire. Squire so far is 0 for 2. The Warriors only have 4 hits, 2 of those coming off the bat of, guess who? Scott Lumpy Wanshura. A home run and a double by Lumpy, but he was left on 3rd base last inning. The Warriors just aren't getting the hits when they need them. Their bats, even in the Area 4 tournament, their bats had troubles getting going in the late innings besides the 1 extra inning victory they had, but they had an extra inning loss to Grandview College of Iowa. So the Warriors' bats are always hot in the early innings, but let's see if they can get something going here. Nobody out. Steve Squire. Check swing for strike 1. Still on the mound for Xavier Arvidsson, Scott Arvidsson. Here's the pitch swung on back. Coming to me. If I was Harry Carey, I'd bring out my net and try to catch it, but no can do. Count moves to 0-2. Steve Squire really having trouble with the bat right now. 0-2 count. Arvidsson, no, he's got 4 runs to give up, so he's really pitching well right now. He shut him down 3 innings in a row. This one swung on a high fly ball by Squire. It's going to go out of play. It's going to keep the count at 0-2. When I have a minute, let me remind you, if the Warriors should lose today, they will be back here tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. I'll try to check that out in between innings. If they should win, you'll hear us right back here on Monday on KQAL. No matter win or lose, you'll still hear it here on KQAL. 0-2 pitch to Squire is outside, so the count moves to 1-2 on Squire. Win or lose, you'll still hear the game. The minimum game the Warriors will play is 2 if they lose both. But let's have some positive thinking. After the game, we'll talk to Coach Grob. Stay tuned. Next pitch is a little bit low, so the count moves to 2-2. 22 is our count. Nobody out, nobody on, nobody out. Chris Shimmick standing on deck. Top of the 7th inning. Warriors need 4 to tie, 1 to go ahead. Here's a pitch swung on and a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder going back. This ball is gone. Steve Squire just clears the left field wall, and this ball is gone. Warriors coming out to congratulate him. Left his bat. I thought it might have a chance to go off the wall. And as usual, the Warriors fans back on their feet. So Steve Squire gets a hold of one, and the Warriors are now down 7-4. Their 4th hit, home run, a solo shot by Squire. So still nobody out, which is a good sign. So Squire now 1 for 3 with an HR. And so far 1 hit and 1 run. Nobody out here. We're on the top of the 7th. Let's see if Chris Shimmick can keep it going. Shimmick, the ninth man in the order. The leadoff batter, Scott Kozad, will be on deck, and Pete Goodfellow to follow, and then Lumpy Wanshura to follow him. So let's try to get something going here. 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Warriors. Here's Chris Shimmick. He puts one deep to left field. Left fielder going back. He's got room. He makes the catch. So Chris Shimmick barely got the bat out in front of him and just fly it out to the left fielder. So Chris flies out. Now there's 1 out. Chris has done nothing today. He's 0 for 3 with a K. And that'll bring up Kozad here in the top of the 7th inning. 1 out. Kozad so far has walked twice, been caught on a stolen base, and K'd. So he's 0 for 1. Scott Kozad, center fielder for the Warriors. Here's the pitch. Bunts it. Foul. Not even close. Goes down to Coach Grob. Nice grab by Coach Grob down there. Beautiful sunny skies over the mountains of Idaho. Believe it or not, yes, they do have mountains here. And yes, they are mountains. They double the bluffs in Winona. Hope you're enjoying the game. To all the business office and everyone, thank you very much for sending me here. I appreciate it. I'm glad to bring it exclusively on KQAL. 0-1 pitch from Arvidsson to Scott Kozad. Swung on, hit to the second baseman. Easy play by the second baseman. Throws Kozad out. So now there's two gone as Kozad grounds out to the second baseman, Jim Rossborough. Warriors down 7-4 now. 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 errors. 7 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Cougars of St. Xavier College. These two teams split a series earlier in the year. Pete Goodfellow, Scooter coming up to the plate. Here's a 0-0 pitch, swung back and fouled back. Count moves to 0-1. We're at the top of the 7th inning. Visiting team, the Warriors, are down 7-4. 3 to tie, 1 more than that to go ahead. See if they can get something going. They got half the hits that the Cougars got. Cougars have 10, Warriors have 5. 7 runs to the Warriors, 4 runs. Pete Scooter Goodfellow swung on in a high fly ball. This one's going to drift foul too, so the count moves to 0-2, and Scott Arvidsson is ahead of Pete Goodfellow. Lumpy Wanchura standing on deck, just getting a helmet on in case Goodfellow should get on here. Goodfellow has reached on 2 errors, and he grounded out, so he is 0-1. Pete Goodfellow trying to keep it alive. The Steve Squire home run pulled the Warriors 1 run closer. They're down 7-4 here in the top of the 7th. Scooter Goodfellow lines this one up the middle for a base hit, and he is aboard with his first hit of the afternoon. A base hit for Scooter Pete Goodfellow. There's still 2 outs. Here, Goodfellow's on with a base hit, and that'll bring up Lumpy Wanchura. 2 gone. Goodfellow on with his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 2. And of course, that'll bring up Lumpy Wanchura. He did bat in the 6th. Of course, he had a double there, so the Warriors starting to get a little more men on base, which is a good sign. Let's hope they can capitalize. That's what it's all about at this time. It's capitalization. Scott Wanchura, 2 for 4, a home run and a double. 2 RBIs. 0-0 pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball in the center field. Here comes Lane. No, it's going to drop in there for a base hit. Nothing can't do him. Lane lets it drop in front of him. So, of course, Scott Wanchura on with his 3rd hit of the day. And the Warriors have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And that'll bring up shortstop Dean Barkey. So 3 hits so far this inning for the Warriors. Starting to get the bats going here. Only 1 run. Let's see if they can capitalize. Everything after 2. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Dean Barkey, Dean has doubled, grounded out, and singled. So he is 2 for 3 so far today. Dean has done his job. Now the Warriors have 7 hits here. They've gotten 3 hits here in this inning. 3 hits in this inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the Warriors trying to get something going here. Dean Barkey, shortstop. Pete Goodfellow standing at second base with Scott Wanchura with his 3rd hit of the game, standing at first base. Warriors down 7-4. 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Warriors. 7 runs, 10 hits, 2 hits for the Cougars. Here's a 0-0 pitch to Dean Barkey, right on the outside corner for strike 1. Arvidsson put that in a nice place on the outside corner for Barkey. Top of the 7th. Warriors trying to do something here. 0-1 pitch. Dean Barkey falling behind. Dean Barkey waiting for Arvidsson, who's looking back. Pete Goodfellow at second base. Wanchura at first. Warriors trying to capitalize. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside. Almost got away from catcher Dave Thurr, but he holds on to it nicely, and the count moves even at 1-1. Barkey 2 for 3 this afternoon, as I mentioned. He doubled, grounded out, and singled. No RBIs for this man as of yet. But he's got an RBI and Pete Goodfellow or more waiting for him down at second base, and Wanchura waiting at first. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped. So Dean Barkey looked a little sloppy on that one. Count moves to 1-2, behind the count again. And Arvidsson, you can't say he's looked bad. He's given up 4 runs, 7 hits, but he's been controlling them pretty well. When he's had to pitch had to shut down the Warriors, he has. He's really pitched pretty decent. Costello, he's pitched all right. He shut him down the last 2 innings, but he's given up 7 runs, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth. 2 long balls. No, timeout. Called by Dean Barkey. Ump calls off pitcher, big number 41, Scott Arverson. Beautiful sunny day here. 80-some degrees, I believe, or 75 degrees here in Lewiston, Idaho. Across the river, the state of Washington. Here's the pitch swung on and a high chopper to the second baseman. He's trying to throw to first. Just gets Dean Barkey, and that'll do it. So the Warriors come up with 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2, and that's been their problem. They've left too many men on base. So 1 run again, 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left. We go to the 7th inning stretch, to the bottom of the 7th inning, as the Warriors have had 3 runs. There's the crowd. It's getting bigger. They're starting to file in here at Harris Field in Lewiston, Idaho. Costello to lead it off, number 3. The third baseman, Bill McClellan. Here's a bunt down the third base side. It's going to go foul. Steve Squire picks it up. McClellan's got to come back and do it again. The count's 0-1. We're in the 7th inning stretch, and they asked me to sing the national anthem, but I turned them down. Harry Carey was supposed to show up. 7th inning stretch, you saw people get up. No national, or excuse me, not national anthem. No 7th inning stretch trying to take me out to the ball game. Bill McClellan so far today is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Count is, the scoreboard says 1-0. I believe it's 0-1. The bunt went foul. So Costello on the mound, the junior from Lansing, Iowa. His parents here, his sister here, his brother here. Traveled with him this morning on Northwest Airlines. Costello's 0-1 pitch to McClellan. Inside. Count moves even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1. Bill McClellan, the third baseman, for the Cougars of St. Xavier College. Swung on and missed. Nice breaking ball by Costello, so the count moves to 1-2. Costi trying to get ahead of him here. A ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cougars lead the Warriors 7-4. Swung on down the third base line, just foul. Got a nice hack of it, just missed about a foot left of the bag. 3 umpires here today, and if you go further, like I believe, into the championship game or games next week, they'll have 4 umpires, Major League style. Beautiful day here at Harris Park. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a base. No, Dean Barkey, yeah, it's going to be a base hit up the middle. Barkey tries to dive at it, but can't get to it. And Kozad gets it back into Chris Shimmick. So, Bill McClellan is on with his 2nd hit of the afternoon with a base hit, and there's nobody out. Runners on first, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Phil Alsat. Phil this afternoon has singled. He's got 2 of the 11 hits so far. No RBIs, though. He's 2 for 3 here this afternoon. Runner on first. Here he goes. Swung on and missed. Oh, that's going to go into center field. Kozad covers nicely. Bad throw by Dan Glavin, way right of second base, and went into center field with Kozad alertly covering. Sun shining here. Only 6:20 in Lewiston, Idaho. 8:20 back in Winona. I hope you're all enjoying it. You're hearing it exclusively here on KQAL. Win or lose, we do the next game either tomorrow or Monday. Let's hope for the big W. Costello's 0-1 pitch. Ooh, just missed. Count goes even at 1-1 on Phil Alsat. Phil Alsat, as I said, is 2 for 4 with, or 2 for 3, excuse me, with 2 singles. No RBIs yet. 11 hits so far for the Cougars. 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Costello's 1-1 pitch, high and away. Count moves to 2-1. So Costello's been a little bit more inconsistent than we usually see John Costello. I believe in the second game, win or lose, Brad Lang will start. Could see Steve Chuba seeing some action. Next pitch, just missed. Go to the ump. And he says yes, so he went, so the count's going to move even at 2-2. Good call by the third base umpire. Checked his swing, so the count moves even at 2-2 on Phil Asset. Nobody out. Runners at second. Cougars trying to go ahead by more. They already lead by 3 over the Winona State Warriors. Here's the pickoff play. No, runner back in time. Costello's got one heck of a move. A great ballpark. It's like a minor league ballpark. You can fit about 5,000 fans in here. They've got American flags all over. They've really done a nice job in the NAIA College World Series. Here's the pitch swung on to Mike Eckert. Makes the play, goes through his legs, goes through Chris Shimmick's legs. Oh, boy, and a run is going to score. And the Cougars lead 8-4. Boy, oh, boy. I think they're going to, I'm sure that's going to be an unearned run. I don't think he would have scored on that one. Boy, a little ground ball hit to Eckert. So that's going to be an error, and Phil Alstott is on with an error on first base, and there's still nobody out, and then I'm going to bring up Sean Lowe. He already has 1 home run tonight. It went through Eckert's leg.
Double error, E3 and E4.
Double error is what the call is. E3 on Eckert and an E4 on Shimmick. So 2 errors in one play. That's the 5th error for the Warriors. You just can't have that. The 5th error for the Warriors. 1 on Eckert and 1 on Shimmick in the same play. A runner scores on that. Here's Sean Lowe. He bunts. Here's a throw down Eckert at first. Gets him. So there's 1 gone, but that moves the runner over to second base. That's Phil Alstott. He moves over to second base, and Sean Lowe gets the job done with a ground out to third base. So a double error went through Eckert's legs. Shimmick was going to back it up. Eckert went back first base, and it went through Shimmick's legs, and Rob Sloan had to come in deep from left field. The runner scored easily, and they lead. Here's the pickoff play. No, not in time. Runner back. Costello loves to go to second base. So far, 1 run, 1 hit. Warriors now down by 4 again. 8-4, bottom of the 7th inning. They only have 2 short innings to do it. If not, we'll be back tomorrow sometime. It could be morning, afternoon. I'll let you know. You'll hear it exclusively on KQAL. Don't give up faith. The Warriors have been against the wall before, and they've come back like they did in the Area 4. If the Warriors were to come back and win the championship game, they would do it in the same fashion, coming through the loser's bracket. You can't lose more than 2 or you're out of this tournament. 2 teams by Monday will be ousted from this tournament. 6 teams will be left. Here's the pitch swung on a nice, hardly hit ball to Dean Barkey. Throws over to third. The runner was going. No clue why. Dean Barkey alertly makes the play over to Steve Squire, and they get the runner at third. So there's 2 outs now. Now the runner's over at first base. That'll bring up the catcher, Dave Thies. So now 2 outs. Errors galore here. Sean Lowe. Joe Mack flied out for the 2nd out. That'll bring up Dave Thies. Thies this afternoon, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Here's the throw. Not in time. Runner goes to third. Here's the throw by Kozad. Not in time, and he's going to be there at third base. Dan Galvin just keeps throwing to the right of second base, and now there's another error. That's the 6th Warrior error. That'll move number 21, Joe Bulak, over to third base with 2 outs here. The Warriors having their trouble. I wish I didn't have to say it, but can only say what I see. 6 errors. There's been 8 errors already in this game. Is this the College World Series? Indeed it is. 8-4. Here's Thies' pitch. 0-1 pitch, up high and away. He looks to bunt. No, pulls back. Count moves to 1-1 on Thies. Thies is 0 for 4 this afternoon. Warriors down 8-4. Only 2 innings to come back. They play 9, not like the regular season where they play 7. So stay with us here on KQAL. 89.5 FM. Your sports connection in Winona, KQAL. I'm Keith Hamburg. Oh, next pitch. Inside almost hit him. Count moves to 1-2. 2-1. 2-1, 3 errors already this inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul. So the count's going to move even at 2-2. So we're going to have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Runner on third base, 90 feet away, trying to add to their 8-4 lead. St. Xavier of Chicago. They've beaten Winona State once 2-0. Winona State beat them once 3-2 earlier in the year. This pitch swung on. He's going to look. He went. So they're going to call him out, and that's going to do it. The first base umpire said he broke his wrist, so that's going to be a K, and that is Costello's 1, 2, 3. That's only his 4th K. So, in the inning, in the bottom of the 7th inning, they have 1 hit, 1 run, 3 errors, 1 man left. We go to the top of the 8th inning. The Warriors need 4 runs to tie, 5 to go to head. They're down 8-4. You listen to Warrior Baseball on KQAL. History to come out of the loser bracket.
5, 9,
Oh yeah.
4.
See, they have 7 hits now, but still, they're not hitting at the right time. Welcome back out to Harris Field. Keith Hamburg here in Lewiston, Idaho. Crowd filing in for the Park Peak. I believe they're from Pennsylvania. They'll be playing the host team, Lewis Clark College. Lewis State College here at Harris Field. That'll be the big game. They're the top seed. They've won the last 4 NAIA College World Series titles. To lead it off for the Warriors is Dan Galvin. Galvin has 2 errors himself, or 1 error himself today, and really just hasn't done much with the stick. Galvin so far today he's walked, he's K'd, and he's grounded out, so he's 0 for 2. Here's the 0-0 pitch, 1-1 pitch, excuse me. So the count moves even at 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on. We're here in the top of the 8th inning. Warriors down 8-4. Warriors down 8-4. Need to get something going. Dan Galvin slaps this one back to the fence.
Hi, did you win some money?
2 balls, 1 strike here. Again, the Warriors lose. We're going to be back tomorrow sometime. Could be morning, could be afternoon. Morning here is almost afternoon there. I believe the first game starts at 10, it'd be noon, or it either starts at 1, which would be 3 Winona time, or it starts again here at 4:30, which would be the same time tomorrow. So those are your 3 times. Either noon Winona time, 3 Winona time, or again the same time at 6 Winona time. We'll see. Let's hope they don't lose. I can't give up faith yet. The crowd hasn't. They're still chatting them on. 2-2 count to Dan Galvin. That swung out. That's going to be a base hit. There's Dan Galvin's first hit of the game. So Galvin is aboard. The Warriors have been getting their hits. They just, they really haven't been getting them when they need them with the runners in scoring position. So Galvin on for the first time. He's 1 for 3. That'll bring up Mike Eckert. Mike Eckert made an error, let the ball go through his legs. Pitch running for Galvin again is number 66, Jeff Spitzak. And that's going to be all for Scott Alverson. Sort of a surprise there. So I believe the totals on Alverson, can't quite get him yet, but he's going to go 7, at least 7 fulls in 7 1/3 innings. 7 1/3 innings. He's going to give up 4 runs, 8 hits, and the runner on first base is his responsibility. So we'll get the totals on him a little bit later. But 4 runs and 8 hits. Eight hits, 4 runs. I think 3 of those are earned for the Warriors. Yeah, all 3 are earned. Or no. Goodfellow got on an error, wants sure a homer. I'll have to find that out. Anyways, he leaves to number Arvidsson, who pitched real well. His record was 11-3 with a 1.80 ERA. He came in well, but had a little, not too much help behind him with 2 errors, but nothing like the Warriors. 6 errors. This will bring up Mike Eckert to face Collins. First pitch right in there for a strike. So Collins comes in to pitch. Coach John Morey just doesn't want him to get in trouble. They got a 4-run lead, and he wants to keep it, so he's going to bring a stopper in here to try to get the save. 0-1 pitch to Eckert, runner on first base. Check swing, no. Ball 1. Or ball 1, right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, runner on first base. Runner on first base. Nobody out here. Warriors trying to get something going. Here's Eckert's 1-1 pitch outside, so the count moves to 2-1. Or, yeah, 2-1. Mike Eckert so far, he has a sacrifice, and he's grounded out. And so he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice with a sacrifice. Next pitch inside this time, so the count's going to move to 3-1. So far, so good. 3-1 count. On Eck. Oconomowoc, Wisconsin native. Only a junior, he'll be back next year, along with a lot of very young pitching staff, this Warrior team. 3-1 pitch, just missed. So Eckert's going to take a pass, and there's runners on first and second, nobody out, and that's going to bring up Rob Sloan. So wait, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter coming in for Sloaner. Sloaner looks a little disappointed. Coach Grab pointing in a pitch hitter, runners on first and second, nobody out. The pitch hitter, the sub for Rob Sloan, is number 31, Brad Lang. Brad Lang coming in for Sloan, so you might just see, no, you probably won't see Brad. I'm sure he won't come in because he'll probably either start tomorrow or Monday, whenever the second Warrior game will be, win or loss. So Lang comes in. He's a lefty. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. A long ball will bring the Warriors within one. Here's a 0-0 pitch from Collins. Just missed on the outside corner. The count is 0-1 on Lang. If I can get some statistics on what Lang has done. Here, we're in the top of the 8th. Let's see. Brad Lang. We got statistics. He's hitting 282. It's the lowest on the team, and he's a pitcher. 282. Ooh, just nipped the outside corner. Looked a little outside. Brad Lang statistics, he has 11 hits, 15 runs at 39 at-bats. He's hit 25 games. He has 3 homers, 12 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a triple. So Brad Lang is a pitcher, a good hitter. Next one, same spot, but the ump doesn't call it this time. The count moves to 2-1 on Brad Lang. Top of the 8th inning, Warriors got to get something going here. They're down by 4, 8-4. 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 errors. They have more errors than they do runs. That's why they're down. This pitch swung on, base hit. Here comes Spitzak around third base. He's going to score. Here's the throw, the cutoff. No, Spitzak's going to be there, so Brad Lang does the job with a pinch hit single, and the Warriors now down by 3, 8-5. Listen to the fans. They're still out there. Brad Lang comes in with a pinch hit single in the top of the 8th inning with an RBI. Right between the first and second baseman, Phil Allpost and Tim Rosbaugh and Alsop, right between them for a base hit. So the Warriors down by 3 now. We're in the 8th. So far, 1 hit on 1 run. Make that 2 hits, 2 runs. 2 hits, 1 run so far. Still nobody out, and that's going to bring up Steve Squire. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a high fastball. Squire so far, he is homered. He's solo homered. He's 1 for 3 with 1 RBI with that homer. He did that in the 7th inning. That was the solo run for the Warriors. They got 1 so far here. They got 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 7th, now 1 in the 8th. Trying to add more here. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Pitch to Squire. He went, oh boy, way outside, a mile away outside, about a foot off the plate, and Squire went, so the count moves to 0-2. 0-2 to Squire. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. A long ball here ties it. Boy, oh boy, would that be nice. Steve Squire, 0-2 pitch. Ooh, just held off. Nice pitch by Collins. Barely missed the outside corner, so the count moves to 1-2. Collins looking pretty good. Not going to give him anything good on an 0-2 count to get out of this ballpark. 8-5, Warriors down. Now they have 9 hits, 5 runs, 6 errors. Trying to get up to that error mark with the runs. Oh, ump calls timeout. Brad Lang over at first base. Mike Eckert over at second. Boy, would they like to cross the plate. Warriors down by 3. Tying runners at the plate. Steve Squire. 1 ball, 2 strike. Here's the pitch from Collins. Swung on and a high, right down the left field. No, foul. Oh, boy. It looked like it was going to stay fair, but it drifted foul. I just looked at Coach Grob's arms, and he was just waving Eckert home, no problem. Boy, if that would have been fair, that could have been 2, at least 1. So, Squire's still in there. The count remains 1-2. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Chris Shimmick on deck, and look for a pinch hitter for Shimmy. Number 18, Dave Mattson is warming up, and Steve Squire swings at a bad breaking ball, and he's gone. So didn't even notice that. I was looking at the pinch hitter, and now there's 1 gone. Runners at first and second. We're going to have a pinch hitter. So Squire, after his home run, couldn't do it this time with the runners on base. He Ks, and there's 1 out. And batting for Chris Shimmick is number 18, that's Dave Mattson. Dave Mattson. Pinch hitting for Chris Shimmick. Dave Mattson on the year. Let's go over what he's done. He's hitting .486. He's only played in 20 games, 37 at-bats, 18 hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples, no home runs, 10 RBIs. Dave Mattson, .486 this guy's hitting in 20 games with the Warriors this year. Pinch hitting for Chris Shimmick. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Warriors trying to capitalize here. First pitch by Collins, outside, ball 1. This is when the Warriors really haven't done as much as they should. They haven't capitalized with runners in second and third base. Juan Schur was held at third base once, and there was a couple of runners held at second a couple of times. They've left a lot. I don't know exactly how many. Here's the pitch swung, and that's going to be a base hit. Mike Eckert's going to come around to score. Nope, Coach Graham holds him up. Great throw by the right fielder. Eckert would have been pegged. Eckert just didn't get moving. So the bases are loaded, and that's going to bring up Scott Kozad. 2 pinch hitters have had base hits. Dave Mattson comes on and does the job with a base hit for the Warriors. So still 1 out, bases loaded. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Scott Kozad. Kozad so far this afternoon, he's K'd once, he's walked twice, and he's grounded out. So he is 0 for... Scotty is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Top of the 8th inning, Warriors down 8-5. Their 10th hit. They're only a hit behind them, but they're 3 runs behind them. Kozad has a golden opportunity. The bases are full of Warriors. First pitch on the outside corner by Collins, called strike 1. Boy, now this is the time I'm talking about. Golden opportunity for the Warriors here. The Winona State Warriors got to do something here. Bases full of Warriors. Scott Kozad, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Just low, just misses. Count goes even at 1-1. As I said, Kozad 0 for 2 with a ground out and a K, but 2 walks. He was caught stealing once in the first inning. Him and Goodfellow caught in consecutive steals, trying to steal second base. Great arm by Dave Thayer. Here's the pitch. Swung on back against the screen. The counts moves to 1-2, so Collins moves ahead of Kozad. Pete Goodfellow was on deck, and boy, I wish I'd see Scott Juan Schur get up there. It'd certainly be nice. Warriors have the go-ahead run at the plate. Kozad's certainly not known for his home run power, but anyone can pop one out. Go-ahead run at home plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just missed on the outside corner. I think the Warriors got a break there. I've been calling them there all night. So the count moves to 2-2. Tying run is Chris Shimmick at first base. Go-ahead run is Scott Kozad at the plate. Warriors down by 3. They already scored 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Collins. Swung on back. That's going to be foul. Coming back into the stands. Fans! Nice catch by a fan. Oop, dropped it. Fans get to catch the ball. This one went over the screen, so the count stays even at 2-2. Kozad battling right here. It ain't over. I don't know if we'll be back here tomorrow. We may be back here Monday if the Warriors can pull this one out. They certainly have to come from behind. Top of the 8th inning. Warriors down 8-5. Bases full of Warriors. Kozad's 2-2 pitch swung on a high fly ball. First baseman chasing, and it's going to go foul. Would have been key if they got that one. But the first baseman ran out of room, so Kozad hanging tough, still 2-2. Eckert down at third base. Brad Lang, pitch hitter, down at second base. Chris Shimmick came back in to pitch run for Dave Mattson, who came in with the pinch hit single. So Shimmy back in at first base. Eckert 90 feet away, wanting to cross home plate. Warriors down 8-5. 2-2 pitch on the way from Collins. Senior Kozad, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he got him. Exactly what they wanted. There's 2 gone. Kozad pulled his head off there, a low fastball, and that is it. Now Coach John Morey is coming out. He's going to take Collins out. Collins pitched well. He came in, gave up 1 run, and that'll bring Pete Goodfellow up. Coach Graham possibly looking to the bench, so a big K there. Bases still loaded. New pitcher coming in. Let's see if we can get his number. John Lasso is coming in. The third pitcher. Lasso. Let's see if we can get some stability on deck. And you know he wants to get up there. He's already 3 for 4. And with an attitude like Juan Shura's, he'll go up there, he'll swing, he'll hit. I'd say 5 out of 10 times Scott Juan Shura comes to bat, he's got a hit. So nothing pitch on the way from Lasso. Right in there for a strike. Goodfellow knew it. Pete Goodfellow, so far in the game, has been on an air twice. He's 1 for 2. A ground out and a base hit. A base hit right here will score 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Count moves to 1-1. Winona State crowd a little bit less hyper as they were. Other 2 teams for tonight's game filing in. That'll be the home team of Lewis State College coming in. Lewiston College, they're the defending champions 4 years in a row. Coach Cobb yelling balk, you can hear it all the way up here. Home plate umpire says no. Warriors have already scored 1 run. They have 3 hits in this inning. They're trying to add more. Bases full of them. Nowhere to put them right here. 1-1 count by Pete Goodfellow. Swung on a high fly ball on the left side going foul. Pete getting way ahead of the ball. 5 runs, 10 hits, 6 errors. For the Warriors. 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the St. Xavier College Cougars. They lead the Warriors 8-5 here in the top of the 8th inning. The Warriors only have 2 innings to do it. They're the visiting team. Pete Goodfellow, 1-2 pitch to Goody. On the way from Don Lasso. Lasso's pitch. Swung on, there's a ground ball. This could be 2. 1 run scores, and Goodfellow is gone. No, that's it. There was 2 outs. So a grounder by Pete Goodfellow to second base leaves the bases full of Warriors. So the Warriors come up with 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 3 men stranded. That's been the problem all day. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Warriors are down by 3. Winona State Warriors in a bid for the national title in the NAIA College World Series. They're not doing so good as they left the bases loaded in the top of the 8th inning, but they're only down 8-5. Anything can happen. Costello's still on the mound for the Warriors, and as I said, they're down by 3 runs. Costello's pitched okay. He gave up 1 run in the 7th, 3 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. 5th and 6th, he shut down the Cougars. This guy right here has done a lot. He stole a couple bases, 3 hits on the day. He's Nolan Lane. He has a big 2-run home run. Make that he's 2 for 4 with a home run, single, and a base hit. Swung on, and there's another base hit right in there to left field. Oh, almost bounced over the head of Pete Goodfellow, but he makes a nice grab catch, and Lane is on with his 3rd hit of the game. So for the, for the 2nd inning in a row, the Cougars have the leadoff man on base. Lane, like I said, is 3 for 4. 2 RBIs, a stolen base. He's really done well. Look for him to run right now. Dan Galvin already has an error throwing down to second base. His arm's not been too good so far. Runner on first. Nobody out. Tim Rossborough up. Number 26. He's the second baseman for the Cougars. Tim Rossborough waiting for the pitch from John Costello, who's gone all the way so far. He's pitched 8 and some innings, or starting into 8 1/3 now, 8 2/3 after this batter. Costello had trouble in the 4th where he gave up 4, and that was the problem. But errors haven't helped him since. 6 errors by the Warriors, and at least 3 of those runs, 4 of those runs have been unearned. Rossborough waiting on the 1-0 pitch. Costello in the windup. Here's the pitch, a little bit high. Count moves to 2-0. So Rossborough's ahead of Costello. Nobody out. Runner on first. Pete Squire goes out to talk to John Costello. Still warming up in the bullpen is number 42. 43, Chris Bosher, and I believe Corey Schmitz is up there. No, 43. It's just Chris Bosher. Next pitch is in there for a strike. The count moves into 2-1. So, what can you do here? The Warriors down by 3, 8-5. They got 1 in the 8th. Could have added more as they left the bases loaded. The bases loaded with 1 out. Neither Cozad or Goodfellow could do anything. Low in the dirt by Costello. So the count moves to 3-1. Nolan Lane, surprised they haven't stolen. Watch, coach puts on a sign right here. Lane could be going. 3-1 pitch, he already has one stolen base today. Sun setting here beautifully in Lewiston, Idaho. Here's the 3-1 pitch, swung on, goes back to the fence, so the count moves full at 3-2. Wouldn't be surprised here if you see Nolan Lane running here. 3-2 is Tim Rossborough. Is up. 3-2 pitch on the way from Costello. Throws back to Nolan Lane. Nolan Rye wants to keep him go because he thinks he's going to go. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's the pickoff play. Got him! Nice pickoff play by Costello. He's been trying it all day, and Nolan Lane got caught a-leaning. Eckert put down the tag right on the hand, and the first base umpire rings him up. So, 1 out. Erases the man on first base. And a great pickoff play. I remember John Costello for the NIC title. You might remember them wrapping up their 5th consecutive NIC by John Costello throwing a man out at first base, wrapped it up. Anyway, 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in between Shimmick and Eckert, and that's a base hit. So now Rossborough's on at first base with 1 out. So Lane erased on the... Lane was erased on the... Rossborough on at first base now. Lane was caught leaning. Costello threw nicely over there to pick him out. Caught leaning, we'll call that. First base. So that's now their 13th hit. And here's the first pitch to Roy Kowalski. Having trouble with that name all day. Fans really starting to file in. They're expecting 4-some thousand. Here's a pickoff play. No, not in time. Rossborough back. Kowalski today, he has done nothing. 0 for 3 with a walk. Number 8, he's the shortstop. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled on. Oh, fair ball. No, foul ball. Foul ball. No argument by the coach. I thought I saw some chalk come up on that. It went over the third base, and I thought I saw some chalk, but no. Third base umpire was in between second base, so he couldn't make the call. Home plate umpire calls it foul, so the count moves even at 1-1. 1-1 on Roy Kowalski. Roy Kowalski. Kowalski is from... Can't find it. No, here we go. He's a senior from Alsip, Illinois. Near my town of Homewood, Illinois. Ball gets away from Eckert. Here goes the runner. No. Eckert quickly gets up. Ball gets away from him, but he holds on to it, so the runner stays there. Counts 1-1, 1 out. 1 runner on. Tim Rossborough down at first base for the Cougars. They lead 8-1.